I got a new reading chair. Despite the fact that I'm obsessed with my new reading chair, I am actually here today to play my TBR game, Library Card. October was my birthday month, and this is the gift that I got myself, along with a painting and a rug. So I made myself a cozy little nook, and I'm loving it. This chair is so comfortable. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. My name is Casey. This is Casey Undercovers, and today we are gonna play Library Card, my TBR game that I play here every month. Before we can get into the new game, we gotta wrap up the last month. How did I do in October? Because I had not finished my summer TBR, unfortunately I had to start my October game with a late find, and that was to add a duology to your TBR. And this duology I added was the Monk and Robot series by Becky Chambers, A Psalm for the Wilde Built, and A Prayer for the Crown Shy, and I only read this first book. For my first roll, I landed on Thriller, and using the A title card, I chose A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham, and I did not read this one. For my second roll, I landed on Vampire and chose Has Fire on the cover, and for this I chose Dead as a Doornail by Charlaine Harris. This is the fifth book in the Sookie Stackhouse or Southern Vampire Mystery series, and I did read this. For my third roll, I landed on Classic and chose a P title, and for this, I chose The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and I did read this. For my fourth roll, I landed on Werewolf and chose the C title card, and for this, I chose Cycle of the Werewolf by Stephen King, and I did read this. For my fifth roll, I landed on a historical nonfiction and chose the published between 2010 and 2019 prompt. And for this, I chose The Witches Salem 1692 by Stacy Schiff, and I'm about 21% into this book. This one's probably going to roll over into November. Roll number 6, I landed on Mystery and chose the male author prompt. And for this, I chose Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, and I did read this. Roll number 7, I landed on Cozy, and using the Has an Orange Cover prompt, I chose Chaos at the Lazy Bones Bookshop by Emmeline Duncan, but I didn't get to this one. And for my final roll, roll number 8, I landed on Werewolf again and chose the prompt Has Food on the cover, and chose Nightbitch by Rachel Yoder, but did not get to this one either. So 5, five and a quarter, we'll say. 5 and a quarter out of 10, I have lost, and will be starting this round out with a late find. As usual, when was the last time I even saw a book club perk? Now, very recently, I have decided to play with a smaller board versus the 100 space board so that I could do monthly games rather than seasonal games. And each month I change out the genres that are available on the board, and let's review what's in play in November. So looking at my little library card board here, we're gonna start with this light purple space with the quill is literary fiction. The dark purple with the crescent moon is magical realism. The dark brown with the books is dark academia. The beige with the pumpkin is fall. The yellow with the diary is memoir. The blue with the numbers is random number generator. The green with the kind of chief headdress there, that is indigenous representation. The gray with the ghost is horror. This gemstone purple with the swords is epic fantasy. The icy blue with the Kindle there is an e-reader book or an ebook. The black with the haunted house is gothic. This green here with the book is classic. The pink with the couple is romantasy. And if you kind of come up here, this crimson red with the teapot is historical fiction. I missed that the purple with the castle is fantasy, and in this particular round was standing in for young adult fantasy. And so that is what is in play for this board. Now let's get into the game with my late find. I did not complete my previous TBR. I will be starting this game with a late find. Add the lowest rated book to your TBR. I will go ahead and do that at the end. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'll do that at the end. For my late find, I have to add the lowest rated book to my TBR, and I already knew what this was, but I'll show you here how I pulled it up on Goodreads. I will be reading Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Khaw. I know this is a paranormal horror story that takes place in Japan. It is a novella, and I was not the biggest fan of the last book by Cassandra Khaw that I read, The Salt Grows Heavy. I'm very hesitant going into this one, at least it's short, and if anything, I'll be unhauling it if I don't like it, but maybe I'll defy the odds. We'll see how it goes. Straw are playing cards, 400 to 500 pages. Has a farm animal on the cover. Has cursive on the cover or spine. Has snow or ice on the cover. Has a color in the title. And because I used a D8 last time, I ended up with 10 books, which was way more than I could have managed. I'm gonna do a D12 this time, and we'll just see how it goes. Roll number 1, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Epic Fantasy. G title. Roll number 1, and I have landed on Epic Fantasy, and using the G title prompt, I have chosen The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This is the second book in the Wheel of Time series. It is quite the chunky one, but I'm really feeling fantasy right now. I really want to shake it up after reading 2 months worth of spooky books, so I think an epic fantasy, a quest, a journey is exactly what the doctor ordered. Now, I didn't love the first book. I really did like the characters, but I felt like the first book kind of dragged a bit when it came to the pace. But from what I've read in the reviews, this one picks up the story quite well, and I'm really looking forward to it. Roll number 2. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A classic. Children's or middle grade. Roll number 3, I have landed on classics, and using the children's or middle grade prompt, don't laugh at me. I'm going to be reading The Boxcar Children, and that is by Gertrude Chandler Warner. Now, I was supposed to read this in the 3rd grade and do a book report on it, but only made it like halfway through the book and kind of flubbed my book report. And I remember my teacher being just so vicious about it. Like, she had my brother in the year before and was like, "Oh, are you your brother now?" And it was my very first D on a paper ever. So a little bit of redemption trying to reread The Boxcar Children. We'll see how it goes. It is a classic children's mystery about siblings that want to stay together. They don't want to be separated, so they run away and live in a boxcar. And I could use this also for the Buzzwordathon cover prompt. It does have food on the cover. That is this month's prompt, so we'll see how that goes. Roll number 3. 3. Pause here to tell you that I originally went the wrong way, thus had to cut the film and go again. Using the number 3, though, I move forward. Realizing I went the wrong way, let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3. Magical realism. Has a person's name in the title. Roll number 3, and I have landed on magical realism, and for this I chose the has cursive on the spine or cover prompt, and for this I'll be reading an ebook, so this is my Nook. So I will be reading Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen, I believe that's her name. And this is a family legacy type of story with magical realism, light magic, light romance, chick lit type vibes. I don't know a lot about it. I did see Emily Fox read this book and really enjoyed it, so I'm also looking forward to it because I tend to like books that she likes, so let's see how this goes. Roll number 4. 1. Yeah, 1. J title. Roll number 4, and I've landed on historical fiction and have chosen a person's name in the title prompt. And for this, I'll be reading Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. I think The Handmaid's Tale is one of the greatest books ever written, so I really look forward to reading something else by Margaret Atwood. I don't know a lot about this. I know it takes place in like the 1800s, like 1840s, 1850s, and a woman is on trial for the murder of her mistress. I don't know anything else, but it is a historical mystery. It is quite the chunky book. I think it's like over 500 pages. So I'm kind of biting into these big books this month, but maybe it's exactly what I need after a slump. Roll number 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another classic. Multi-POV. Didn't I have that one recently? For my 5th roll, I have landed on classic again and chosen the Has a Farm Animal on the cover prompt. And for this, I'll be reading Animal Farm by George Orwell. I have actually not read this book. I look forward to reading it. I know it's a satirical take on government, society, politics, that kind of thing. I know it's very short, which makes up for all these chunky books, but I really look forward to this one. Roll number 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All done. This is probably the most manageable stack of books and reasonable stack of books I've had in quite some time. So I'm not really complaining. We have 6 books total here, and this is not all I'll be reading this month. I will be continuing The Witches by Stacy, Schiff, and I did mention that I do also take part in the Buzzwordathon challenge, and this month's buzzword is never, and I didn't get any of these books onto my TBR in the game, but I still will need to be reading one, and here are my options. So let me know if any of these books stand out to you as one I should be reading this month. I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I see all kinds of things about this book and I really want to read it. Never Whistle at Night, which is a collection of Indigenous horror stories. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. And Never Ever After by Sulin Tan. So if any of these books stick out to you as something that I should definitely be reading this month, then do leave me a comment below. And until next time, like, subscribe, all those good things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!